Work for Cobhams and all that.
Top Wizkid, man.
And the co I met Timmy Dakolo.
I have a song with skills.
Come on, let's go on. So
Timmy Dakolo.
like I know the effort it takes.
What are you saying?
This is not communicating based.
His manager just that's what it is.
Welcome back, guys. You're True to the Lifestyle podcast again. As you already know, it's your boy, Mr. Delight. Today, I've got serious banter, serious gist, and a little bit of insight into the entertainment industry and a little bit of gist into what has been, going on. Because my guest today is a friend, a brother, a colleague as well in the entertainment industry. We've worked together back in Nigeria. We've worked together in the UK. We've done stuff in Nikeja together. And like somebody I have known for years, and he has worked with a whole lot of important people as well in the Nigerian music industry or entertainment frame as a whole. So let me introduce to you DJ Timmy, baddest DJ Timmy.
That's what it is. Baddest DJ. Have fun.
My G.
What's your beats?
You don't see
We will see how ladies and gentlemen, we're live in the building. That's what it is.
So this is baddest DJ TV. Is a banter guy. Is a very, very, very jovial and very, very funny guy. And, he sees things from different perspectives as well. But before we go into perspectives and all that, let's just have a bit of chat about, your personal life, growing up, how you been now? Chat to me, bro. Chat to me. What was your growing up like? Like what area in Lagos, school,
Okay.
secondary school, university? How did that pan out for you?
Let me just start by saying, very happy to be here. It's so nice seeing you. I tell ya.
My guy,
Yes, I tell you. Don't be today. We've worked for years. I grew up in Surulere, Alaka Estate. I went to...
Larry, wow.
That's what it is, Bode Thomas, wow. Alaka Estate, wow. So... I went to King's College, Lagos.
Nice.
I also attended Federal Government College, Janiki.
Nice. Those were the schools popping now in our time now. So you went to popular schools in Lagos. Nice.
Schools with very important people and very...
Wow. So can you just mention a couple of people who you went to school with back then?
One word you mentioned is one day Cole. Though...
Really?
Yes. He was not my mate. He was my elder brother's mate.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you more about him. He's a funny man.
Nice. So I know a bit about One Day Cole as well, because I can say we are, we're kind of friends as well, but not like friends like that because I haven't seen him in over 8 years. I used to work for Cobhams.
Okay.
So while I was working for Cobhams, we did one or two jobs while he was recording some glow gigs and all that. He's a fantastic guy. Then he came to my club as well. I've hosted him at my club before. He was brought to my club by Mattel. But he didn't even know I was the manager at the club. When he saw me, was like, again, you this boy here again. Then I saw him somewhere again. So we always just bump into each other every now and then, but we haven't bumped into each other in about maybe 6 or 7 years. But he's a very, very funny guy. That my guy.
Last time I saw him was in a plane.
Right.
His manager I told his manager to tell him, I'm there, and he just looked back. Was like, you get me? And once I got out from the plane, he was like, I want to speak to your elder brother. And I called my elder brother.
Truth be told, it wasn't really me that even had that connection to him. It was my elder brother, because my elder brother was the studio manager for Cobhams then.
Okay.
Yes. So it was through my elder brother. I was even in that frame, and I used to do 1 or 2 PR work for Cobhams and all that. Oh, carry this song, go hear me the mix, all those kind of things. So that's how I met One Day Cole. I met Timmy Dakolo. I met Omaumi during that period. I met Bears. This is, bro, I'm talking maybe 2013, 2012 right now, bro. That's what I'm talking right now. So yeah. So you went to school with One Day Cole and the likes.
Yes.
That's smart. So what university did you go to?
I went to Leeds City University. I first went to Crawford University, but I had some problems there. I was expelled actually.
Really?
Yes.
Bad boy, baddest DJ Timmy. Yo, guys, this podcast is about encouraging people. Please make sure you don't do anything to get expelled in school, guys.
Exactly.
Come on, let's go on. So what happened?
Expelled. It's
It's a long story, so let's leave that.
Story,
exactly. So you went from Crawford, you went to Leeds.
This University, Ibadan. You know, that's where I met Skills.
Yeah, I think Wizkid went to that school. I think Young Six or someone or somebody. No, okay, I think no. There's somebody. There are a couple of artists that went to that school actually.
He's the VJ.
Yes. Hayes the Dreads. Jays. Hayes the Dreads.
Dada Boy.
Yeah, Dada Boy. Do you know any Mr. Jabs?
Maybe facially I will be able to know.
Right. So you went to Leeds City, mad, and that's where you met Skills, Shake Body.
Yeah, Shake Body, Skills.
I'm mad. Were you guys friends in school then?
No.
Mad. But were you guys later when everybody met in the industry and like when you were in your time?
Yeah.
Still, if I could say that, like, you know, did you guys ever have any connection or do any job together? Or did you ever play for him in a gig or anything?
Of course. So many times. I have a song with Skills called Sexy Money.
Sexy Money guy. There's a song with Skills, or DJ Timmy and Skills, Sexy Money. Mad.
The video, everything is
and there's a musical video as well. So if you're finding out to get to know more about DJ Timmy's craft, baddest DJ Timmy, if I could say that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you met Skills in Leeds City, and just so give us a bit information about you and Skills now.
I mean, back then we're not really close, but because that was when their fame started with EME.
Right.
Yeah, but of course, that was like one of the motivations that we had to be successful in the entertainment industry, knowing that a Wizkid was.
Basically seeing people that you're like in your set, people that are your friends, that you people were rolling together, and you could see them rise up to that frame. So it just gave you that confidence that you could also do it. Yeah.
So, there's actually a rumor somewhere that I've picked up Wizkid in my car, because that time I was driving a baby boy. Well, I can't really remember.
In Leeds, Leeds City, yeah.
But I still have friends that still tell me that I've forgotten. Because I remember carrying Skills and Friends.
Right.
I remember that vividly, but I can't really pinpoint that Wiz was there. But I mean, they're all friends. I mean.
And everybody back in school, everybody now boys now. Stardom never happened that time, so nobody was really. And now you where they pop that time. If you get car for school that time, we boys won't come on. Boys will not get car, still go shower, one tag along still. So I could get what you mean, because everybody were boys that time. And you say when you get car, you won't roll with people where be the artists, where they try to form some kind traction or two as well. Still,
but that time I don't even think they were signed, if I'm correct, because
they were signed, but they started making music and they were trying to put their music out
there. But I can't really.
What did Jeru did he go to Leeds City as well?
But he was an Ibadan boy. Jeru, familiarity, right?
Yes. So that was how him and Wizkid connected, didn't it?
Maybe.
Right.
I'm not really sure about their story.
Right. So that's interesting. You went to secondary school with Wandeko, like basically not your set, but your elder brother said, like you said, but you still have, known him from, like quite when you guys were young. You've known Skills from school. You went to basically same school as Wizkid, and you guys were in the same, sets basically as well. So man, that means even before you started Baddest DJ Timmy, you've always been in the industry. Back then, were you known as Baddest DJ Timmy, or what were you known as then in university?
I was the first person to ever call myself baddest. And I'm saying it with all sense of humility. I was the first person to. I've always been baddest DJ Timmy.
So if you've always been baddest DJ Timmy since, like, let's say when, can you put like a year to it?
Maybe 2010 or 2011, because that's how long I've been DJing for.
Right.
Like, I've always been baddest DJ Timmy.
Right.
I've always been baddest DJ Timmy. My Twitter handle has always been baddest DJ Timmy
from day one.
From day 001.
So it hasn't even been like you picked up that baddest because of baddest, because we know who baddest is, isn't it?
Come on.
Okay. That's calm. You've always been baddest DJ Timmy. So living your background, school and all that, and, after school, so what was the journey immediately after school? How did you now find yourself, working with, the top people that you've been able to work with in the Nigerian music industry, aside from working with people, which we're still going to get to, you're a media person from even before the media became what it is right now, because from 2012, we have receipts that we can show. Standard from 2012. That's basically 14 years ago, if that makes sense. So chat to me then. Chat to me. How did you do it?
I mean, I started off as a critic. That's the truth. I started off as an industry critic, calling people out. I was the first person to call out Don Jazzy. I was the first person to call out Dr. Seed. I was the first person to call out the Headies,
and there are receipts to all this.
Yes, there are receipts to all this. It didn't come from a bad place. It came from a place of
you wanted them to do better in certain aspects of things, or maybe certain things you might see them, they might have done, and you just perceive that, you could do better this way, or you could have done it this way.
Not from a place of hate or envy or jealousy. It was just from a place of, we could get this better. So,
well, I could also say that as of 2012, there wasn't social media money then. So people who were actually, speaking on social media were actually speaking from genuine point, and they were trying to, make people see different perspectives, and probably, calling out people genuinely in regards to one or two things they might have done. So it's not like right now where people can call people out because, they can rage bait and all that just to get clicks and all that because they just want to make money off it. So I think back in 2012, 2010, it's even when the media is not as big as now, it was still a bit of a genuine conversation or a genuine back and forth. If that makes sense. Yeah. So you said you've called some certain people out, but I don't want to go into that first. I want you to talk to me about the people you've worked with in the industry, and how did you get to meet these people? How did you get to secure some certain deals, some certain big deals that you've been able to secure in the industry? How were you able to do that? Did you have a manager from the get-go? What role did your manager play in you being able to become who you are as Baddest DJ Timi?
You know what? I'll first, your first question will link to the next one. Like, I started off as an industry critic, then I now found myself trying to do music. So when I got into music and I understood that, come on, it's not as easy. It's easy to criticize, it's easy to say this. Do you understand? So there's someone that I work with, which I'm not going to mention his name. Do you understand? I work with him, so he actually, working with him made me understand how music works, and that's how I met a couple of people. Do you understand? But one word he mentioned is Skibi. I've worked with Skibi before. Me and Skibi actually have a song, an unreleased song.
Really? Yes. Unreleased song?
Yes, unreleased song.
Okay.
It's called I Want Me. That is myself and Skibi. Very, very nice song. Yeah. And that song was to come out before Sensima. That song was to come about. I mean, some things happened. I was not showing up. I was just having a bad time. That was when I had one crash in the industry. Do you understand? So, I mean, the industry is a moving train. It's not waiting for no one.
Yeah.
We have to keep moving. So, I've worked with Skibi. From Skibi, I also work with Peruzzi. Lovely, lovely guy too. They took care of me. They made sure that I found my feet. Who else? Who else have I worked with? I've briefly worked with,
Dice Hills.
I work with Dice Hills. That is my boy. LK Kudi.
Yonda.
No, not Yonda. I've not really worked with Yonda, to be very honest. But I've worked with Ife Money, Orezi.
Yeah, Orezi. Yeah, there's this Orezi show that you went to, I think in
Ozoro.
I think that was back when. I think that was
2018.
I think that was like 2018. Yes. Yeah. That was a very, very big show for Orezi then, and it was quite big. He was on that show.
Yes.
Yeah. You were one of the top guys on that show as of that. I think you handled most of the artists that actually performed in that show as of that event.
Yes.
I think you were the star DJ playing for most of the celebrity artists.
Yes.
If I could say that.
I remember that after the DJs were playing, they now told them that, sorry, someone is coming to play for the artist. They were not happy. But I mean, sentiment aside, you know what I'm saying? And that was how Orezi and Co got to know me, and I know I made sure I finished, I killed the show, and I did well. And I mean, from then
that's
on, it's been up.
yeah, it's been up. It's been up. Just to go into a bit on how we met. If
Mm-hmm.
you can remember, I think you came with LK Kudi, Dice Ill, Skibby to my club in Ikeja.
Okay,
Then the
that's
club I was handling, Cielo.
yeah.
I think we had a good night that night, and since then, like we've stayed connected.
Yes.
I think we've stayed connected. I think we've met a couple of times as well.
Yes.
Yeah. You've well,
Shout out to Yakala.
I can say that you've made me make money. You don't see how.
You don't see how,
So and here in the UK as well, we've
Yes.
done a couple of stuff through you. Have been able to work with Terry Akpala
Akpala.
as well. Bringing him over here,
Yes.
booking him for the event I did in London as well,
Yes.
which was a fantastic event. Which was
Yes. Sold out. Yeah.
basically. So yeah. So I could say that as well. And you didn't even have Terry Akpala as well, because basically you've also worked with Terry
Yes,
Akpala,
yes.
bringing an artist all the way from Nigeria over here, navigating the whole lot, trying to get bookings and all that.
Yes.
As an entertainment guy and somebody who does that as well, I know the effort it takes. I know the cost of it. I know the sweat.
Crazy.
I know the hustle and everything.
Crazy.
So yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. So there's this I want to ask you, because there's a couple of people that you've done that me I think that you should have mentioned that you've not mentioned.
Okay.
You understand? But I'll just start with what I want to ask you first.
Okay.
And what I want to ask you is, where did you know DJ Tunes from?
DJ Tunes from the internet.
From the internet.
Yes.
So what's the connection between you guys? Because I know maybe you guys are colleagues first, standard. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I know that there's a connection between you guys, because I've seen one or two tweets between you guys going maybe one or two back and forth, or maybe one person calling one person out, or
Yeah.
whatnot.
I mean, I'm the one. I've been the one calling him out. I mean, when I see DJ Tunes, I see the old me. I see the 2017, 2018 me, where you love your master so much that you go out of your way to start hurting others. So DJ Tunes has been calling people out. DJ Tunes has been rude to others. So why can't others be rude to him? So I'm just paying him in his own currency. I don't hate him. There's nothing, I've said it before, there's nothing, Tunes can't offer me anything. His whole camp can't offer me anything. With or without them, I'm going to get to the height that I need to get to. Do you understand? So I don't have to depend on them. I don't have to, because I have people say, oh, you might need them in future. I will never need DJ Tunes in my life. I will never need Biscuit in my life. Is the truth. I will never. Can DJ Tunes make me a British citizen? Can he?
No be him there, number 10.
Exactly. And those are my priorities. Can he give me a happy home? I came with my wife and my kid. Can his friendship give me a happy home? It can't.
And those are your priorities.
Those are my priorities
right now. So when you say you see like the old you in DJ Tunes, that means at some point in time you were like DJ Tunes until when you learned that no, you shouldn't be that way. Is that what you're basically saying?
I mean,
everybody needs to learn something at some
Yes.
point in time, and when you need to unlearn something at some point in time as
Yes.
well. The point of being better people is you being able to learn and unlearn.
Yes.
Yeah, you understand? Because right now you want DJ Tunes to unlearn, bashing people because maybe those people have a certain beef with who he perceives as his
Yes.
boss, basically.
Exactly.
I think, yeah,
Exactly.
but still, I just thought to ask that because I know that you guys, there's always, even on social media, even when they brush Baba, I just see many video, even for Twitter, just they look, say, Baba, let Baba, they don't say.
Choose, he has to learn. It's not really about age. If we always use the Nigerian mentality, I'm older than you. The fact that older than me doesn't mean that you're wiser than me. It doesn't mean that you have more experience than me. It doesn't mean you have more insight than me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So he needs to grow up. He needs to understand that stop fighting people's battles. That was one of the greatest mistakes I made. fighting people's battles, because I had an issue with Akpororo that had nothing to do with me. I had issue with B-Red that had nothing to do with me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
And
So,
that affected your relationship with a whole lot of people in the industry as well.
Till date, some people will never want me around them, which I don't even care. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because I'm not dependent. Let me just say this here. All through my career, I always thought I needed people. People have to help me. Do you understand? But we're all different people. There's some people that, yes, people can help them. Yeah, you need someone to take you to this height.
Yeah.
But the way my life is, I don't need anyone to help me do anything. I will do things on my own terms. That does not mean you don't need assistance from human beings. But if I want to get to any height that I want to get, I do not need anyone. I will get to that height by myself. That's just the way my life is.
That's just your own mentality that nobody's ever going to stop your journey. Like if this is for you, you definitely get it with or without anybody.
With or without anybody.
And that's the kind of mentality that a human can have, is if that works for you and that builds your confidence that, you know, with or without anybody, if I set a goal or an objective, I'm still going to achieve it, then that's fine. But just to take us back a bit, you know, you talked about, I can say, you know, part of the first set of people that started, you know, raising awareness or calling people out. If people say that on social media, I can say that you're part of one of the people, because you have an open letter to Eddie's about something in 2012, and I think that letter as well, you can even find it on the internet. It's not even about just that letter. There are lots of open letters that you've written to Eddie's. There are lots in different times in regards to different things, 2012, 2013. Bro, give us gist now. Waiting this up. Waiting happen.
So the thing is that as of today, 2026, I can't even remember. I need to read
those open letters to be able to
understand what I wrote. That is just the truth.
But you can remember that you wrote a couple of open letters to Eddie's.
Yes, I wrote to Eddie's. I think there was an award or no award or something.
And that was this before the problem between Don Jazzy and Olamide at the Eddie's?
I think so. Maybe one before, one after or so. But I wrote it when Eddie started politicizing their awards, number one, and when he started losing its relevance somehow, because they were because in my own opinion, they were politicizing it and it was about money at that time. But at the end of the day, after a while, I just got to understand that, listen, these are private awards. They can give whoever they choose to give. Look at the Grammy. I heard Nicki Minaj don't have a Grammy. I heard Eminem don't have a Grammy. I heard Snoop Dogg don't have a Grammy. Tupac, B.I.G., they never had a Grammy. These are private awards. Look at how Davido has dominated the African and the world music scene. Are you telling me that he doesn't deserve one? Of course he deserves, but these are privately owned awards, and they will keep
giving it to
whoever they choose. You know, I said something earlier about, you know, criticizing people and not really knowing about the industry. So it is the growth that actually made me understand that, you know,
there's more to it, and also even in the industry, fighting people's battle would also even affect you, you know, your own personal career. So that's one thing to learn for you entertainers out there, musicians, artists and the likes. Personally, always make sure that your career is clean, because if you go to fight your guy battle, that might be something that would come and affect your own self, or probably affect your own career, even when your boss might not be there. Because that your boss, you could lose that your boss, somebody else could sign you. What if you've had issues with somebody who is going to help you after you've lost that person? So I totally agree with you. Like, you know, try as much as possible to stay away from, you know, fighting people's battles, especially in the industry where favors is actually a big thing, especially when you find yourself rolling with the big boys in the industry. Sometimes you don't really even need to have money to actually make some certain moves, just because we know each other, just because I know you, or we don't work here, there are certain favors you're able to get.
Yeah.
So when you match certain toes and you match certain people, it's hard for you to get those favors sometimes.
Very impossible.
Yeah. So there's still one more person, and this might be the last person I'll just ask you about right now. I think that person has been in the social media space recently. The person has been, I don't know if the person was being dragged, or maybe the person is dragging somebody, or maybe the person that the other person that is inside this, because I don't want to say, but once we mention the person's name, everybody's going to know. But me, I just want to ask you, what's up with you and Frank Edoho?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with me and Frank Edoho, but I have, when I saw his interview saying that he keeps malice with his wife, I just felt that that's a very silly and stupid thing to say. The fact that you are popular, the fact that you have a command of English language, the fact that you know how to reply and be savage on Twitter does not mean you have any form of intelligence. I lost all the respect I have for Frank Edoho when it came to social media to be telling us that he keeps malice with his wife. I mean, that's why.
Oh, so that's why you've been calling him out on.
I've never called him out.
Oh, right.
So, but this is the first time that I'm actually going to like call him out and say, don't, Frank Edoho, don't keep malice with a woman. I heard this is your second or your third marriage. If a man divorces the first time, it's fine. But if you divorce after 2 times, it is your fault. It is not because you are a bad person, but it is because you have problem picking. You can't pick malice with a woman. You cannot do that. And you're coming to social media to brag about you keeping malice with a wife. So do you want us to clap for you? I lost all form of respect for him when I saw that rubbish. I was like, what is this? Man.
Yeah, so I think our social media space in Nigeria, we just need a whole lot of correction to do. There are a whole lot of videos that comes into our social space that I feel like those videos are not even meant to be in our social space, because those videos are influencing our society in some certain ways, which might be the wrong way. We have, people who are still teenagers who are out there who might be looking up to us as well. And that's why, there's just a strange culture in our social space as Nigerians at the moment, when it comes to a whole lot of things which I don't really want to mention, like you just mentioned now, for instance. So yeah, truth be told, there's a whole lot of learning and unlearning we all need to do. Everybody, even the male counterpart, the female counterpart, there's a whole lot of unlearning and learning we need to do. But like you said, you shouldn't keep malice with not just your wife or your woman. You shouldn't even keep malice with anybody. If you have a problem with anybody, come outside and tell the person the problem you have with them, and let everybody move on in it. Life is very, very simple. So that's calm. And I feel like, Mr. Frank should have learned a whole lot of lessons from everything that's transpired in the past couple of, months and weeks and every other thing else. So that's why you said, Mr. Frank, say you won't call them out like this. Baba, they don't call you out. Don't they keep malice again, though, I beg. Okay. So guys, it's the Lifestyle Podcast. We got Baddest DJ Timmy still, and it's me, bro, Mr. Delight. So yeah, it's been a wonderful conversation. Lots of gist here and there in regards to, in regards to what has been going on in some aspect of the industry with, Baddest DJ Timmy, and, how his career has been so far in the industry, what he has learned, the do's and the don'ts that you shouldn't do as well, and 1 or 2 people that he feels like, should do better, if I could say that. So if I can ask you, is there any other thing else you would like to say, or any other person or something that, you just want us to, to know about, or you want people out there to know about that?
I will just say that if you're a promoter, especially if you're an international promoter, you have to avoid Timi Dakolo. You have to avoid Timi Dakolo. Whoever, don't work with him.
So what has Timmy done? Because I kind of, I don't say I know Baba, but 1 or 2 links share there. So what did Baba do?
He's a useless animal.
God I beg.
And if he continues like this, I don't think he's going to live long. I'm serious.
So what really happened between you guys?
He's a wild animal, and if you think you can take advantage of someone like me, Timmy Dakolo, I'm telling you to your face, if you think you can take advantage of someone like me, you need to sit back and have a rethink. What you did when we were about to do your tour, you have to have a rethink. Do you know what this animal did? This animal came to me. You told us we should host your UK tour. We gave you an offer. You brought a counter offer. We accepted and you signed. After we signed, you told us to start paying for venues. We had 5 venues, 5 cities: London, Manchester, Birmingham, Sheffield, and Glasgow. Out of the 5 venues, 1 was free, Birmingham. We paid for the 4. We paid a deposit for the
4 venues.
For the 4 venues. You told us to come to your house in Leicester to come and record a video
for promotion of
promotional video. Yes, you approved the artwork. You did so many things. You was involved in it, only for you to ghost. Now the venue in London, where they told us whether we do the tour or we don't do the tour, we are still going to pay them their balance. Is that how business works? And only for us now to discover that he told someone to tell us basically that, well, the sound, he wanted additional sound of £18,000.
Wow.
What are you saying?
£18,000?
Yes, that we have to go and rent extra speakers of £80,000. So you are bringing your Nigerian mentality. You've never done I don't think you have ever done an international show. You are bringing your Nigerian mentality. You are telling Europeans who make the speakers, you are telling them that what they have in their whatever is not good enough for you. Are you a representative of heaven? What are you singing?
And these venues, are there other popular artists that have been to these venues?
Of course. I will not go deep.
Just give us a name of an artist that's on there.
No, I don't want to go deep into that. But from the little that I found out, putting those artists who are performing in those venues side by side with Timmy Dakolo, I don't think he can even lace their boots. He has not performed where they have. They use those same speakers, they use those same microphones, they use those same mixers. If you know you do not want to work with us, why did you tell us to deposit the money? Now we are over £4,000 in debt. Who's going to pay?
And there's no event as well to cover that's going to happen to cover that bill right now.
No, because
and the artist is not communicating basically.
No, they just went ghost on us. And not just that. He thinks going silent will not make him pay the debt. This case is going to go to the courts, whether you like it or not.
Because their contract signed, you have signed contracts with venues, they have signed contract with you, so you guys are basically in the middle.
Yes.
At the minute.
You know what? Timmy Dakolo reminds me of an ostrich. When an ostrich is in problem, it buries his head in the floor, while its full body is outside. You will pay for it. You will pay that money. Every pound you pay plus inconvenience, you're going to pay. And I remember what I wanted to say. We wanted to use him for summer. Do you understand? So that we could make money for summer and everything. That was our access for summer. So now you've disrupted everyone's plans with your local Nigerian mentality. You that where you perform in churches and weddings. I don't think he has ever performed on any international stage. Who are you? That you are looking for speakers of £18,000. Who are you? What are you singing? And we sent you the technical specs. We sent the speakers, the mixers, everything
before any of all this.
Exactly, and they are all international standard. What the speakers that they make in Europe. That's what they take to. That's what they take to Nigeria. You are now dictating to Europeans. It is just as if you are dictating to Elon Musk how Tesla should run.
Timmy Dakolo, I beg, try sort this matter out, because from what DJ Timmy has said right now, it seems like you've signed contracts and you're not fulfilling your end of the contract. They've tried to reach out to you multiple times, and well, this is the first time I'm hearing it on my podcast as well. So if you can do well, please reach out to DJ Timmy's camp in regards to whatever agreement you guys might have had, so you guys should try and iron things out, because venues here, once you pay deposits in the venue and you sign a contract with the venue, trust me, man, the venue they don't want to hear anything you have to say. You have to fulfill your own end of that contract as well. And so it's like a dicey one as well. So I feel like a whole lot of communication should be happening between you guys instead of just being ghosts. So please, Baba, help us do the needful, I beg. Help us try to sort this matter out. Yeah. So, well, we've come to the end of this episode at the moment. It's been a long one, from sweet gist to banters to calling people out. Well, this is the master of calling people out since 2012. They've been calling people out since. So still, it's the Lifestyle Podcast. I'm Mr. Delight, and we got baddest DJ Timmy on this particular episode. You don't see him. Stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.
That's what it is, bro. Nice one, bro. That's what it is. Oh shit.